So apparently, someone loves to disturb somebody's sleep, but with this, I feel like this was like a desperate measure. But with the desperate measure, they didn't expect for something to be revealed in the midst of what they were doing at that time. You know, how, like trying to hijack, trying to do certain things. But someone now realizes that at the same time, the more that they do this, it's causing them more pain and causing more information about them to be revealed. Or it's either that or they just don't care. But it's like somebody talking nonsense. Cause like if they wasn't concerned, they would have stayed out the way. Like these are people that want to be in the way instead of staying out the way, but being more aggressive with the things that they do and what they say. And they playing this stuff. They playing this stuff. Ain't no if ands or buts about it. And then it's like them being nearby. It's like it's the person is doing it. This is who the fuck watching me right now. That's the funny fucking part about it. But it's like whoever it is, they do HVAC, okay, or some type of maintenance. But the thing of it is they brown skin. Either they like mixed, they a mulatto, they part of the diaspora, they black, or they mix with something, or they could be like, from India or some shit like that, Portugal, Brazil, Central America, some shit like that, but they brown skin now. But this person I seen it, they rock a afro at this time. Or they could be, mixed with Indian or some shit. But whatever, this is like a form of whoever it is, it's a dude. Clearly, it made it very clear that it's a man. It ain't a woman this time. But it's like, it's only like a small few of women in this person's group. But whoever the main person of this is like someone feeling like if I don't know how old that nature boy situation is, but this is giving the vibe. But this is like somebody that they'll go to like secluded areas, abandoned areas. Someone could also do something with like gravel, concrete, construction, uh, phone calls and stuff like that. And then it's like a form of voyeurism, but then it's like it runs deeper than that. It's something about their side teeth or something like that, or side tooth. Here's something about decay or something like that, or could be decaying, or it's like they have toothache or something like that. But whoever it is, it's like hey, they keep doing something, but it's like if this was a group and it's like a formal initiation, but it's like some of these females they be go along with it, and but they don't realize like what is involved to stay in it, and then it's like whoever this is trying to formulate their own little clique or their own group. But whoever it is the person. This is like the person is like the cameraman of this situation, whether these people knew that they was getting recorded or not. So this is like this person, whoever it is, that's around. They got this bad habit of putting like, if they'll find jobs where they are working places to put cameras in people's homes, and they'll select them for a reason. So clearly, it's either like HVAC, plumbing, heating vents, air conditions, and stuff like that. Somebody works there, but those usually be people. Whether a lot of people know it or not, usually the main fucking people that you can catch, and they be putting people cameras in people's houses, in them air vents, them air ducts, light fixtures and shit like that. That's why you gotta be careful about that. But then it's just like if you don't pay attention, it's like features in particular type of people that do this shit, and it's like somebody, whoever it is, they around me like a motherfucker. But whoever it is, I know for a fact they're gonna be trying to either get real close or they're gonna keep a fucking distance. And then it's like whenever, like, if they playing this stuff and they know like you catching on to that shit, that's when it's like you sleep. Cause baby, I know I'll be calling the motherfucking hogs in, especially when I'm tired. And they'll be playing on your door like I said, they'll be playing on your door like like badass kid playing ding dong ditch. But baby, I'll be tired in the motherfucking shit. I will call the goddamn hogs in because somebody's like, yeah, she showed the fuck be snoring. And dude, motherfucking shit. Anybody want to be bothered when you sleep and shit? That's when you start snoring. That's when you know you sleeping real fucking good. But at the same time, I don't give a shit. That's the purpose of sleeping by yourself. You ain't gotta disturb nobody's slumber, but then you come disturb mine because it's something that you was trying to get out of this shit, and then somebody end up realizing at the same time, like, can they see me? Like, I see you, see me disturbing my motherfucking sleep, and then you doing stupid shit that's revealing more of the nasty shit and the weird shit that you doing. But then these will be the same people sitting there talking about, oh, they weird and they doing this. No, you doing some sinister, low down, dirty shame and shit. And then it's like some, and then it'll be the same people that you be catching that go to church and then be like, oh, do you have a faith? Do you, motherfucker, if you don't get the fuck up out of my face with that bullshit, you be doing some shit that you know damn well that if the whole church knew, you'd be sitting there and feeling embarrassed in the motherfucker. There's somebody right now feeling like, I feel judged. Well, you should. You shouldn't have been over here fucking bothering me and waking me up out of my sleep. I don't give a fuck about me snoring. Mind your motherfucking business, bitch. But then at the same time, like I said, it mainly be people that be, do that. And this person could have been born in like 83, 84, 89. Somebody could have been born like 19 fucking 59. Like, you too goddamn old to do this shit. But shit, when they got fixations on certain things, that's what they gonna do. But it's just like, this is like one of the clicks. But this is like, if this, with this man in particularly, he like it more with the dudes, but then it's like he still do this with women though. And then it's like, try to excuse me, it's like the women is a cover up. Cause it's like you do this more with fucking men, so just be with a fucking man, and it's like, I'm a man. Only men should be able to do this. Like, motherfucker, you like it up your ass, cause, or it's just like, get you a woman that's gonna do, put a strap or something on. Like, it just be certain. Like I said, I ain't no man and I ain't got no penile, but shit, at least give it head something. Like, these people are ridiculous. These will be people that if they did date women, they like they women either super super masculine or they like bodybuilder. The fixation, like for me, it'll make sense. For another person, they'll just be like what? Or it's just like literally it have to be a female that's so desensitized and slow and just don't know nothing better in the fucking world to do with themselves. They could get over on these type of women. And it be sometimes the fucking funniest shit. It be fucking women too. They be having fucking degrees, PhDs and shit like that. And they just with the shit. They just with the shit, but it's like this is something they used to do in college, and then it got reinitiated, and then, oh, these are the people of the secret group or invite only swingers club shit. Like, it ain't no secret to me, and but to another person who wouldn't get it or understand it, they'll just be like, wait a minute, you mean yes, it's a fetish. People secretly recording another fucking people is a fetish, and people pay top dollars for this type of shit because they feel like it's discreet. And most of the time, some people use it as a form of like harassment and bullying tactics. Other people, they use it because they feel like the person is aware of it but unaware of it at the same time. That's like people doing the adult films. Oh, I'm sleeping, my husband's supposed to be sleeping, and they have an intercourse with another person, but they pretend to be asleep to do this. Like, this is like another form and top level. Like, I'm hearing top live type money, but it's like oh, and they thought this shit was fucking funny, but it's like, no, that's like a form of RAPE. Somebody needs to know that, and that puts that type of stuff will put you on the registry. That's why it's like the longer that they do this, the longer they delay and they keep playing this stuff, because it's like if I can see it and I can sense it, whether I got the physical proof, but the physical proof is, as you hear all that thumping, that's in this fucking apartment right here. It's like a duplex. So mine's is the first level, but this one she got to take the first level to go up her stairs, and then this is the apartment for 205. But these would be motherfuckers that sit there and act like, oh no, it's not like that, and no, motherfucker, it's just like that. Cause would nobody and all these people wouldn't be sitting there looking so curious and all this other stuff. That's why I'll just be like, they gonna do what it is that they gonna do. But it's like, oh, she consented. No, I don't consent to y'all doing no weird shit like this. And then it's like they getting off on it. They spreading it around in the fucking neighborhood, making it seem like, oh, she cool with it. I ain't ever been cool with none of this shit. I did not consent to it. That's why it's like when it comes to every single last one of these people, I'm pretty sure when it comes to these damn feds having to look into the situation, they gonna be like, ma'am, were you aware of it? I'm aware, but I did not consent to none of this shit. And then with this unconsented ass shit, I want to press charges on any person that had access to the link, any person who installed it, any person who knew about it, and then arrest any fucking body that said that I was okay with this shit. Anybody, I don't care who it is. And it's gonna be like, oh, okay, like that. Shit, that'll be the biggest arrest of the motherfucking year. Somebody said it like, that's all I need. Cause it's like, what am I supposed to do? Y'all sitting here, if y'all supposed to be the police, y'all supposed to be the people to make sure that the shit stop. And then nobody stop it. And then y'all kept it going as if like she's cool with it. No, it's called, I have to go ahead and keep living my life unless I want to just sit there and cause myself to go into a fucking panic mode. I ain't fit to have no motherfucking heart attack, stress myself out, have no goddamn aneurysm and shit like that based off of some bullshit that clearly the whole people, state, and officials all are fucking aware about, and instead of stopping it, they sitting there allowing this shit. And then it's like these people, I guess, trying to look and to prove a point to try to make somebody feel ashamed and embarrassed. Like, no, if anybody should feel ashamed and embarrassed, it's those motherfuckers. Like the fake apologies talking about, oh, I apologize. No, motherfucker, you only apologize because your ass got caught and because the charge is coming along with it. Because these are people that don't realize, man or woman, you will be charged with special victims type crimes, and them charges is heavy, and they put you on the goddamn registry. Like if anything, I would have been like, "Hey, is you aware of that you on this?" Because especially if it's a grown person, when you know it's a grown person, shit. Hey, are you aware of this? I ain't should I be the first one to be like, I ain't trying to be nosy or nothing. I ain't trying to be in your life or nothing like that. But is you aware that you on the website or something like that? I would have given two fucks. Like, and especially depending on the person. It's like people making an assumption, a quick ass fucking assumption about this shit. And the weirdest fucking part of it is, instead of making an assumption, 9 times out of 10, this is gonna be one of them situations where it teach people, don't ever make a motherfucking assumption, because it's gonna make an ass out of you, and now you gonna be in motherfucking prison or wherever it is, getting your ass told the fuck up, and then realize at the same time you should have spoke up, and then instead of speaking up, you just went on ahead and let that shit going on. And then these people, if they start tracking y'all phones, y'all computers, tablets, work computers and shit like that, and they realize like, oh shit, you was going along with it. And then on top of that, cloning a person's phone, being where they live at and stuff like that, that shit will fall on you so fucking hard. You won't even see it fucking coming, because it'll be like, damn, what the hell happened? Did somebody just knock me into a whole fucking twilight zone of bullshit? And then it's like, it like either way it goes, it ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. This is the type of shit that can get you literally like 20 years. 20 years. And then it's like you installed it, you sitting there like trying to stall out not to tell a person something to make it feel like, oh, they're in agreements. I am not in no agreements. I did not consent to none of this shit. I don't like it. It's like a full fucking violation. And then it's like allowing this shit to go on and you know that it's going on. Florida been the only fucking state mean to tell me on one adult site you gotta put your driver's license in there. Come on now. So I'm pretty sure most people ain't getting on, on that adult site at this time due to the simple fact don't nobody want to put their driver's license in. But it also allows you to know the state of fucking Florida is participating in the fucking crime. Like, make logical sense. And then with people doing that and the ones that are putting their license and stuff in there, and I'm pretty sure it's something streaming on that goddamn app right now that shouldn't be on there. But I don't feel like a lot of other people are fully aware of it. But like I said, in my situation, I know for a fucking fact this is a SUV crime. On top of that, any person who have access to it, being around me and sitting there being participants of it, and then stalking and harassing on top of that, you gonna end up putting yourself on a fucking registry. God forbid at this time, if that shit happened in fucking Puerto Rico, your ass is gonna be on the registry and won't be able to be fuck around children because my kids was in the house and in those bathrooms and all that other stuff. So it's just like all on top of all this shit. It's like all in all, these will be fucking people that they don't get the concept of privacy, but then they want to keep private and discreet about the shit that they do out here in the street. But especially if these are men, like I said, it's certain fucking men probably around me, and I'm 100% sure like I can remember a face. So anytime that I see their faces, I'm really like low key looking like if I see this person here, I'm going to fucking laugh at them. Because it's like, ew. And God forbid that I see him with a female, I'm going to laugh at her in her fucking face. Or, if it's another man, because some of these fucking men, they look hard in the motherfucking face. So it's just like, oh. And these would be the men quit talking about, oh, I like my women to be looking like this. Sir, you really like your men to look a particular way. Stop that. But it's like the unconsented violation of this situation and nobody coming to like stop it. But then at the same time, I ain't gonna look for nobody to play fucking rescue. But these will be the same motherfuckers that they gonna be looking for somebody to play Captain Save a Hole with them. But yet, here they are doing this whole violation. Like I said, I'm sitting here calling the motherfucking hogs home, sleeping so fucking good. And then it was just like, as I'm sitting there, I'm like, this shit just got weird. But it like, I could see the fucking person's face close as day. I was like, ah. I was about ready to throw up in my sleep. Like, ew. I was like, but this motherfucker, like, brown skin, like a little bit lighter than me and had like a afro or something like that. So either this is like old school or this person looked like that right now. It's like he looked hard in the face. Like if you was to see him walking around every day, it just like looked like a damn pug, but hard in the motherfucking face. Like bitch, smile so don't nobody sit there and look like you look like a fucking walking human dog. But I mean, hey, to each his own, or at least go comb your hair, go get it twisted up, braid it out, something. And it's just like doing it, I guess, whenever they doing these crimes and stuff like that, just to like throw people off. Or this will be a person if they do, go get a haircut or something like that, they'll get like a blowout, a line up, a mid fade, um, a temp fade, or some shit like that. But whatever it is, on top of it, it's some particular females. And now these females, they giving me the vibe of Afro Latinas type of descent and shit like that. But it's like they so fucking desensitized because I already mentioned where these fucking broads be coming from. Dominican women, and shit, all pun fucking intended. Them broads just be so fucking desensitized and they be like, oh, I just need the money. And then grooming and doing their kids like that, Brazil too, especially if they part of the darker complexion and shit like that. Cause it's like that be like the only thing that they feel like they can do. But then this is like somebody who went on ahead and did this shit because it's like, well, shit. This is like somebody who's so fucking colorist and went along to do this shit. It's like, well, shit. Well, those type of females, they do this shit anyway. And it's like, motherfucker, I don't know what type of fucking bras you really used to or around. But that ain't my motherfucking thing, and that ain't how the fuck I get down. And if I'm doing something, I'd rather do that in the privacy of me and you. Not me, you, and the whole motherfucking crew, and people have all this shit in the fucking world. And then these be people like, if there was something for me to sit there and learn, like shit, it's cool for you to be able to record in the privacy of your home, and it's between you and that person. But when you and that person decide to go ahead and take that shit a whole fucking step further, that's where the problem come in. And in this situation, this is like, my shit started since I was a fucking kid. So up until fucking now, they motherfucking been profiting off of it. They sitting there convincing other people out here like she's cool with it, she's okay with it, and whatever. Like I said, I would not be surprised if somebody brought to my motherfucking face and be like, "Hey, did you know that these people got you on this website, this website?" I would not be fucking surprised. But at the same time, imagine looking someone dead in their fucking eyes. You realize I didn't consent to none of this shit. And that same fucking person will have to sit there and sit in full fucking embarrassment because every single last one of these fucking dumbass people sitting here thinking like she does that on her own accord. Like she really loves this shit. She really like that. And it's like, I'm really not like that. So whoever it is that's giving y'all that bright idea, please tell me who it is. So they ass can get locked the fuck up. So they can feel exactly how fucking violations feel when it's done to them. But now it's done to them in a setting where, hey, officer, can I get moved? No, it looks like pull your, pull the inside of your fucking pocket out. You fit to get passed the fuck around and don't drop the soap. Well, shit, you might get accustomed to dropping the soap, especially if this is fucking group of men. They wouldn't mind because shit, they do it out here on the street all the fucking time. Go get locked up and get right back out of fucking streets just to get bent over by their motherfucking homies. It's just like it's the ridiculous part for me. And then it's like, oh, you should feel embarrassed. You're calling the unwarranted attention because look at how you dress. Like motherfucker, it's called I wear clothes and I have sensory, and you motherfuckers have a fucking mental issue. That's disturbing on all type of fucking levels. And then it's like you feel like you for to make somebody feel some type of way, like bro, you gonna eventually you get numb to it, because if you just want to live your life and make it seem as normal as fucking possible, you go with it. It's no different than somebody who already had this idea, like I'm gonna go over there and pretend like I want to be something. Like grudge holder people, they'll be the type of people to do this shit. That's why I'm like, I'm not surprised by like when the feds get ready to do what it is that they do. I will not be surprised when they sit here and say, "Look, this is what it is." And the last fucking person that I dealt with, I know for a fucking fact he's been the main go-to. So now it's like you have to be a focal point. But they gonna bring it from there, and then they gonna it's like, okay, well, who got you here? Okay, so this person here. Before this person, all it's gonna lead right back to James Henry Taylor the fifth, Regina Taylor. Then it's going right back to Sheila, Carla, Shane, Kiera, Rachel. This shit just gonna keep going all the way back to Veronica. All these motherfucking people. It's gonna result to these people, but it's gonna lead to big ass people in high official positions where people gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't." Yeah, the shit get real sticky and real, but then it's like the state of Florida ain't a motherfucker in the position right now that do not know, like, hey, this girl is missing. We got to keep her videos low because should nobody know that she here, and all the evidence and proof that they fucking got. It ain't no fucking way that you gonna convince me otherwise. It's like we can play all fucking day, but the more that you doing this, and then the more that you keep trying to be adamant about paying certain people on these platforms, and other people on different areas are sitting here watching like, oh, so you trying to stop the person. They're not going to stop it because they know you're trying to stop it. And the more that you pay people to stop it, they're tracking them to figure out who put money in their pockets to stop it. So either way it goes, it's like, this is going to keep going. You gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going. I mean, I'm not fit to fucking back down from shit. This is like one of those equivalent as if you, oh, meet me on the playground at 3:15. Bitch, meet me on the motherfucking YouTube live stream while you sit here doing this, so they can go ahead and track y'all motherfucking asses. Cause they gonna come here like these are just like any fucking predator. When they know they doing shit, it's like, yeah, keep talking about it, That somebody is literally doing some stupid ass shit just like that, but they doing exactly what the fuck these people need them to do. They cloning the phone, they hacking the shit. They doing exactly what these fucking people need them to do, and what they need them to do. Come on in, come on to the room. Step into the light, Caroline. Bring that ass on up in here. And while they sit here watching this shit, trying to create fake profiles and stuff like that, because they are very notorious as trying to make fake profiles, but still it's connected to that IP address. Still, it's going to connect them to show and prove that they're going to try to hijack. Because most of the time, they're going to be within less than 50 feet of you. The person doing the crime is always going to be at least 50 feet from you. So either next door to you, right across the street from you, right behind you, they're going to be literally near you. They're not going to be too far. And in order to hijack certain parts of your internet, unless they got like that high speed, which is like Starnet, they would have to have like literally work for like NASA or they Google or some shit like that. If they don't work for that, then they can't really just hijack into your internet, or they retired, or they old military people that did like certain things with comms or computers. When and somebody's like sitting here like she know her shit, why the fuck I'm gonna keep sitting there? This is fucking real fucking legit. And in order to do so, to try to pin like certain crimes on you, they're gonna try to use your IP address. But even when they trying to use your IP address, the trick about that situation is it's still going to trail them, because if there's cameras in your home, and say that they're doing that without your consent, right? That camera and then them trying to go ahead and pick up on your IP address, it's going to still trail to, okay, well, we got the camera and clearly we can see what this person is watching. We can see what they doing on their phone, right? But with the hijacking of the IP address, they doing 50 million and one fucking things that clearly they see you on the camera. So the benefit of the whole fucking situation, they know when you pissing, they know when you shitting, they know when you shower, they know when you eating. Clearly they gonna know what you fucking scrolling on, right? But these motherfuckers over here doing 5 million and one things. They probably on kitty sites. They probably doing all this stuff, but at the same time, they're in your close proximity. That's the second benefit. The third benefit of this shit, sometimes these fucking dumbass criminals don't fucking be thinking like, oh, they ain't gonna do this to me because I paid this person $5,000 to keep quiet. You right, you sure the fuck did. But however, with you tracking that IP address and they don't ever shut it down, because they sit there and come near you and they don't shut the shit down, that IP address of where they're going, because now that puts on a tracker, because when you hack into another person's thing and you keep that on your phone, right? So whatever phone, whether they use a burner phone, that IP address becomes a tracker. They forget that this is like somebody forgetting the basics of certain things of IP tracking, and they put it on. And if they're using the phone, they're using a computer, they're using a laptop, you got to understand those all come with chips. Even the motherboard has a chip in it. So even if they take that shit and they put it in their car and be like, oh, well, I'm leaving the position, I'm leaving the spot, that they are now under not overstanding, because they're not clearing out the cookie, or they're not clearing out like the IP and shit like that. Whether they even working for the fucking police station, that shit is tracking exactly how they do it. So most of the time when they're on there longer than 5 minutes, or most of these people been on it for days, or they'll keep coming back to it, it's allowing them to track where their phones and their locations are and where they're watching this shit from. So it's like the benefit of the whole shit about how they doing it, they're getting tracked. So it's like either you gonna keep doing that and you gonna keep buying phones after phones after phones after phones. But even then, that's gonna spark the attention of fucking big people, because it's like, why they keep buying so many motherfucking phones? Why they keep buying so many fucking chips? Why they keep buying so many prepaids? And then it don't really fucking matter. It still work in the fucking benefit of the situation that, say these people investigated and they trying to get these shake these people, then you ain't no motherfucking Harlem shake in the world that's gonna shake y'all motherfuckers off of y'all asses and know exactly where you at, how you did it, why you did it, where you got these burner phones, tablets, computers. Most of the time these motherfuckers using their company computers, They'll go build these LLCs. Most of the time they're gonna update and do the copyrights to their websites. And with them doing so, it still has a tracker. So these are people feeling like, oh well, I'm gonna go harass the person and track them, and they're not gonna know. But you're hacking into that IP address to try to make it seem as if this person does this and they're streaming it from their home and they're doing this. But clearly you are 50 feet or 50 steps in the proximity of this person, of where they live, where their home is. So now we're not only looking into harassment, bullying, cyberbullying, stalking. Now, and not only are we looking at if this is like a person constitutional rights, or you being violated, actually, and they violating, trying to get you undressing and sleeping, and then they start playing in this stuff, and you can pick up on details on them. Now you get into a whole different level. And if they're selling it and they making profit from it, or if they sitting there and they're part of actual crimes of unaliving people, stealing and stuff like that, these people don't realize how the fuck IP addresses. Like, well, I use the VPN and DNS. Well, when you start getting VPN and DNSs, now you're tapping into federal offenses. And these are people that don't get, like they know how to do the crime, but they don't know the fucking law behind it. But then it's like they'll get certain law people involved, but these law people, they disregard half the shit, and then these be people that don't get updated, because sometimes some of these laws, they change over time, and with the course of time, these be motherfuckers. Even when they official people, they got to come back and watch the person and be like, well, have they caught on? Have they caught on? And if they felt like you haven't caught on, this is be a lawmaker that, or a governor, a mayor, or somebody that'll sit there and be like, damn, she right though. And then they'll be quick to try to put in a bill. That's how you can catch when it comes to officials being in positions. That's how you know when they ass is involved in particular crimes. They right around the same time when they feel like a person is either catching on, getting close to it, or they assume that the person getting close to it. Oh, we're passing this bill for our new fire department. We're passing this bill for the hospital. Why are you passing this particular bill for this hospital and this? Because that'll be because they trying to avoid from getting either a lawsuit, getting arrested, or get caught up in some shit. So they'll be quick to protect their quote unquote own before they try to protect the people out there on the street. So it's like you can tell when politicians and shit like that are getting real heavy involved and they feel like they're getting caught. They do this type of shit to cover their ass, but then at that point, depending on what type of crime it is, they, you know what I'm saying, that's when you gonna know if it's a DA involved. You gonna know if it's an attorney general involved. Like, it's too easy to figure out who or what is doing the motherfucking crime and who's trying to avoid the time, because that means the person or the situation who's it affecting is getting, the person is getting real close to figuring that out, or somebody got that notification like a courtesy call, such and such, we see that this person got this and this. These officials or governments or commissioners and stuff like that, they be like, oh well, we're thinking about pushing this and pushing that. That's how you know who the real fucking criminals are, and it ain't no fucking secret in between it. But when they get in the dark world involved, and people that everyday regular specular Joe Smo that you be thinking is Joe Smo, that works over there at fucking McDonald's, work at the post office, do your home maintenance, property management and shit like that. Oh, I do real estate shit. Real estate motherfuckers be the biggest motherfucking criminals and the biggest motherfucking predators and pedophiles out there. If it's a fucking particular law attorneys, all them motherfuckers is predators too. It's just depending on what type of crimes or what type of cases they taking on. Psychiatrists, psychologists, these motherfuckers don't be innocent. If you're not equipped or versed into the streets, baby, they can manipulate the fuck out of anybody. And in this type of situation, this shit is so fucking big that it's like It's gonna be officials, but then it's like at the same time, why would you sit there jeopardize your career, your life, and knowing like the person knows how to fuck IP tracking, DSN, VPNs all fucking work, but it's like the benefit of the situation is these motherfuckers gonna take it, and then whatever devices and stuff that they got, because now it's like either they gonna try to toss it in a trash can before they leave, try to put it into a different vehicle, or they renting particular vehicles, trying to switch out those vehicles and then trash and get rid of those phones. That most of the time it's going to be at an eco ATM. They're going to try to throw it in the river or the ocean or something like that, and them throwing them phones into the rivers or the oceans, and y'all sitting there like, shit, it's Florida, so now you sitting there eating fish, and then you wonder why your ass getting sick. Well, shit, if they go check the water where these people getting these fish from, or these fish farms and shit like that, then it'll make logical sense. Like, all these motherfuckers been throwing these phones in here, and it's a particular area where people going fishing, and then they selling the fish from that area, and then people getting mercury in their system, people dying, getting radiation and all this other shit. They ain't getting radiation and cancer for no reason. As wherever the fuck these people go fishing, and wherever they go take it to this fish shop, the fish shop, food shops, sometimes with pigs, if it's pork or certain beef and shit like that. Just all you gotta do is go figure out where they go catch that shit from. You go figure out where they catching that shit from, and you go check them waters, and you start putting that radiation shit in there. I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be like, all these fucking phones right here, and they're bingo. There we go. This is way bigger than the oil spill of the Gulf of Mexico. The oil spill wasn't no fucking reason. They need to cover up all them damn phones so all them trackers and tracers wouldn't be caught up about who the fuck did the crime. And somebody's like, well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned if you just leave certain fucking people the fuck alone and mind y'all motherfucking business so I can mind my business, because I ain't trying to be in your motherfucking business. You do your shit over there and go do that to somebody who wants to be the dummy or shit. It's plenty of fucking people right now clearly that are okay with doing shit like this. Use those stupid fucks. Because clearly if this shit was going on, they literally would have to pay me at this fucking point to sit here and help them figure out what the fuck going on. But clearly I don't really give a fuck about their existence because they went along with this, and clearly they ain't got enough fucking education, because they'll sit there and be like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. No, the fuck you really fucking don't. Because shit, if the motherfucker flipped the script and did this shit to y'all, y'all be fucking lost in the goddamn sauce. They wouldn't know. It'll be a fucking content, a false fake reader or a fake fucking spiritualist talking about they know what the fuck they talk about, but then get them to elaborate on the shit that I'm doing. I guarantee you, if somebody sit here allow my shit to go, the fucking person that's sitting there stealing content and trying to act like they know about that shit, I guarantee that the shit that I'm talking about, they wouldn't be able, like, they'll be so fucking far off from what the fuck I'm talking about. It'd be like, oh yeah, yo ass been stealing and copying and doing this fuck shit. You can spot it so fucking easy. Like, this should be too fucking easy for me. But anyways, carry on, because I'm mad as fuck because somebody keep interrupting my sleep, and I don't like that. And I keep seeing y'all fucking faces, and all it's doing is when these fucking people arrest this motherfucker, because I don't give a fuck about y'all well-being. And then I know anybody apologizing at this fucking point is bullshit. You just mad because you got caught, but run me my motherfucking money. I speak money though. Show me your bullshit and give me the fucking money, and we call it even. Like, the fuck? Like, go on. Like, hell, this is like one of those, go home, Roger. I am not Tia and Tamara, okay? Do better.